Hi, this is Marta with universalpowertarot at gmail.com. That's my email address. Oh my God, these messages are to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hi, this is for personal and spiritual growth. Obviously, if you want to reach out for a private healing reading or a higher guidance coaching call, you use the just mentioned email address, please. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. Here we go. I feel kind of scrambled ever since I started your reading. So you may be feeling a little bit all over the place as well. That's interesting because I sure wasn't feeling like that in the Gemini reading. We have, however, my dear Cancers, the Earth Warrior Oracle by Elena Fairchild out already. Usually, as you know, we're starting with the tarot. Not so today. So I'm feeling some scrambled energy. My recommendation is to really ground yourself. It's like they showed me very early on as I started to do the readings, one of those. That's what I'm feeling. You can either do this. I have my left hand signifying the earth and then the right hand standing up in a 90-degree angle here. And take a couple of deep breaths so you can center and bring back your energy, okay? And I really need this right now because otherwise the reading is going to run away with me. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. We ready? Okay. Let's do this, Cancer. Yeah. Breathing, grounding seems to be significant. Now my head is spinning a little bit. This is usually happening when there's loads of energies that are coming down. I was speaking about it in the Gemini reading, how there's an influx of light energy, particularly blue light energy that is hitting the earth. But not just blue light energy. There's like star nations is what they're saying, are channeling down their energies, almost like what they're showing me now is like their hands. Some of them don't have hands, although they would show up to us as having hands. Light beings that are ultra evolved is what they're saying. So from highest unconditional love and light, and I see them putting their energy in forms of their hands on the earth, because there's lots going on right now that is coming up in terms of shadow, but that always happens when there's an influx of light. Influx of light makes us aware of shadow, brings up the shadow, and you may notice this in yourself as well, Cancer. Now I feel much more collected. You may notice this in yourself as well, Cancer, where harsher energies are coming up within yourself, where you're seeing sides of yourself where you're just like, oh my God, really? Like, let's hide over there kind of a situation. And that's not me. Yeah. So those are here, obviously, for you to transform, you know, for you to work with. And yeah, that's, if you use it in that way, I reckon that's really productive. But I have to admit to you too, I have had periods in my life where I just was not keen to do the shadow work at all, where I'm just like, okay, I've had a decade of shadow work. I'm going to take a break. Like, you can go screw yourself over there. Like, I'm not doing it to my guides. I'm just like, do whatever you want. Like, I'm not part of it. Eventually, and I was really stubborn with it too. I'm a fixed then, I'm a Leo. So I'm just like, I'm not changing unless I want to change. Obviously, often enough, they pushed me into this. But the last time this happened, I felt like I kind of was given grace. And now I really feel like I'm back on it, and I like doing it because I really love doing shadow work. I love going into the nitty gritty and to really feel where this has taken me. And sometimes those expansions feel like it's gonna rip you to pieces. Literally, it's so wild. I don't know if you've ever felt this. It really makes me think of when I was pregnant, you know, how you think, okay, you're going to explode in the next second, and then a day later it's okay. It kind of like adapted itself. So that's kind of what this is making me think of, or made me think of. And it's interesting too how sometimes we do have a choice in terms of, and do have a say in our journeys, where it's just like, okay, we can, you know, go a little longer without looking at certain topics. And sometimes Spirit comes in and is like, now now you need to look at things. Or sometimes they get so uncomfortable, which is often also Spirit's work as well, where they push us again, or with circumstances become so uncomfortable that it's just like, I'd rather do the work than live with it any longer. So I'm sure this was meant for some of you here before we get into it. And if you're new to this channel, it doesn't matter if I draw 10 cards or none, or if it's a big card, an oracle card, because I am channeling and it's just running through me, and each reading is a little bit different also in terms of layout of cards, just so you know. And if you're new, please leave us a like, share, subscribe if you can. That would be amazing. Leave us a comment. Let us know how you like the reading if you want to. And also, if you've been a regular here, hello, hi everyone. I always love seeing, your comments, your icons pop up, because it's just like, oh my God, I know these people. It's so funny too, because I never met you in real life. And so just to see you, it feels like we're this community, this circle of friends, family, if you want, that are coming together on a fairly regular basis, and just this tapping in point. And I really enjoy seeing you guys, where it's just like, oh, hi, there's one. Hello, I know you, I've seen you before, or just like people that have been with me from pretty much the beginning. I'm very grateful to you, by the way. Okay, you have the goddess of Teotihuacan. Oh, okay. This is really, really crazy. I have to make you aware of a conversation between Pam Gregory and, what was her name? Something Rebecca. I'll post the link down below. This seems to be significant because she was also talking about, and Pam Gregory as well, about the pyramid of Teotihuacan. I think it's a little while from Mexico City, if I'm not mistaken, because I did look it up yesterday. The fact that this goddess is showing up right now seems to me very significant. So again, not a coincidence that she's showing up right now while I was watching their conversation yesterday, and while they were pointing out how there were many more pyramids that will be uncovered in the next years to come, and how pyramids are energy centers, and how they're placed in terms of, excuse me please, constellations and such, and how, for example, the Egyptians or other cultures must have come from the stars because of the alignment, how certain pyramid structures are aligned, because it looks like from above, like someone would look at a constellation from above, and that view is impossible from down here. So really interesting if you're into that sort of conversation, that sort of topic and information. Check it out. I'll attach it down below. If I do forget, please just drop me a comment and I'll react to it, okay? Because it does sometimes happen that I do forget. I love this, the traditional, how do you say, when some traditional clothing, the traditional, paint, the traditional something, there's something about ancient and traditional. When you're creative here, Cancer, really let it flow, okay? This is definitely a message for you. If you aren't creative, get into it and really create from, the channeling from whatever wants to run through you, because there's a high likelihood you're bringing through patterns that are hugely beneficial, not just to yourself, but to other people as well. Yeah, totally. She guards the waters of life. So this is significant. They were talking about the water as well yesterday. Totally, how that carries information, how the water is a goddess herself. There was more involved here, and I truly believe that as well. You can absolutely charge water. Water has a memory, years and years. So there's even people that are singing to water, that are charging water. Absolutely. So you can also make moon water. I just want to point that out with the full moons, right? Just put a bottle of water, much like this one. It doesn't matter to me if it's like plastic or glass. Probably glass is better, but if you have it BPA free, I reckon it's okay too in plastic, because it's not exposed to the sun, it's exposed to moonlight. And have your water bottle be charged with the moonlight, with her ancient energies. So funny that we have just one card out for you. Wow. And it's an oracle card. And now we've been talking so much, just like on that, whatever this is. So she guards the waters of life. The ancient guardian mother, Cancer, protects the waters of life and offers her protection and blessing. Yay. Her appearance augurs a time of purification and cleansing, leading to enhanced fertility. Okay, listen up here. That's important. You are a creator of new consciousness, a generator of positive energy, a fuel for constructive outcomes. We need your vitalized being to keep nourishing the human collective with helpful alternatives to mainstream consciousness. Hell yeah, I want to say. Absolutely. Yes, Cancer. Part of it is bringing your creativity out there so it can be seen, it can be perceived by people. Do things according to how you want to do things, okay? Obviously, without harming anyone or anything, that goes without saying. But be you, please, okay? Really express yourself. I really feel this is like the extension of Gemini. Very interesting. It shows up much more strong, much more centered. So I want to say a stage further in terms of being more of your authentic self, and hence being able to express your beautiful authenticity and really pushing collective consciousness to the front. You seem to be at the spear of the evolution here of human consciousness, of pushing that forward, for sure. You will be protected and supported at the deep level of your soul in order to become the creator and custodian of a clean reservoir of consciousness from which souls thirsty for purity, relief, and love can drink. I want to mention something here. On these types of paths, it's really important not to look left or right. What are the others doing? How far along are they? Oh, they only started a year ago and they are already super successful and I'm not. There's something else to be learned if this should be the case for you. And I need to point it out because you seem to be an old soul. You seem to be a very advanced soul. And with this status, I want to say, or with this fact, not even status, it's not a status, it's a fact, come, sometimes harder lessons or different lessons where someone else may have success already. You may have to learn lessons of humility because you hold such great power, where it's just like, oh my God, another one, oh my God, and being humbled again and again and again, and being grateful for it too, because this is not just, spirit trying to humiliate us or trying to be like, oh, you need to more, or else we won't give you. That is not the case. That would be a misunderstanding of the situation. If you came here to learn patience, if you came here to learn faith and trust, then that would be a part of your lesson here. If you came here, and I'm feeling my heart with that so much, if you came here to, learn how to be abundant from a state where you are not abundant and making it through, finding your ways, learning how to be responsible with your finances, then that is part of the lesson. And you only learn this by going through the processes, right? And then you can, bring it forth and teach it to other people, which is wonderful because you understand. You not just have, book knowledge of, oh, this is how it's done. Just do X, Y, Z, and then you're good. Because you will have a way deeper understanding of the whole situation. It's much like if you came to talk to someone that's 20 years old and then you're coming to talk to someone who's 80 or 90 years old. There's a grave difference. Most likely, there's a huge difference. The experience of life is just of such different value, okay? And the 80-year-old, 90-year-old person will have to tell you a lot about how they perceive life. If they manage to stay open up until that age, if they didn't shut down from how this world is in us. But there's likewise something to learn from the 20-year-old as well, because they may perceive life with so much more vigor. They have so much energy. They have so much like this. So there's a difference. There's something to be learned from both. But I feel you're more on this spectrum here, Cancer, where it's just like you are mature. You are a mature energy. People can learn from you if they want to, and hence going through different lessons so you can pass on that wisdom on a deeper level, pass on your experiences on a deeper level. That's what those are for, okay? It's not just always about, oh, let's go there and you'll reach it immediately, although that can sometimes happen, right? But again, on these journeys, there is a lot more to be learned. It's not just point A to point B, it's that whole journey in between. That's gonna matter so much as the starting point, as much as the ending point, every step on that journey, okay? Good, I'm glad we got that cleared up. This one, yeah. Oh, there's more. Hang on. Stay with me here. So the spiritual guidance for you, Cancer, is Sacred Mother has come to you in honor of the important work you have accomplished as a creator of consciousness, a free thinker, and a seeker of truth. Yes! What original healing stories will you give birth to in your life and this world? If you've become dried up and depleted, the Divine Mother brings you nourishment. Tap yourself into Mother Earth, okay? If you happen to be near a pyramid, or yeah, even if you're not, you can imagine one if you feel so inclined. Look at pictures online of the different ones that speak to you. You may feel a connection. You definitely may feel a connection here where you just, when you're looking at pictures online, for example, Teotihuacan in Mexico, that could be one, or a different one in Egypt maybe, or wherever else you feel drawn towards, because there's a high likelihood you've been there, you've lived a lifetime, and you know exactly what these constructs are for, why they're built. And you can tap yourself into their energies and actually use their energies too. They're now drawing me to the back of the Universal Power Oracle, where we have this structure here and this structure here. Some people actually have that type of a structure above their bed in copper, because that's really going to bring down that energy, really going to focus it. You can also, you know, build one out of copper yourself. I don't know why that's coming to mind, but be creative with it, you know. I just recently saw someone using copper in their plants, so a little wire was pointing up and the rest was pointing inside the soil, so the plants could receive whatever they needed to receive an influx light. And we have the upside down pyramid. So there's lots of geometric patterns that you can call upon that's going to help you focus your energy, because we started with you with scattered energy. So now I feel like very focused. It's very, yeah, it's very much together, which I really like. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, anything else? No. Okay. Cool. All right. So you just have one card, the Goddess of Teotihuacan. And yeah, take away from this reading. I hope this served you well. And I'm sending you so much love, light, and shadow. There will be an extended, by the way, link down below to Patreon, not just for this extended 11/11 a month, but for every extended that is already over there, plus for every extended created within that month. You can cancel at any time if you wish, but you can also stay if you wish. Okay, sweethearts. Much love, light, and shadow. I'll see you over on Patreon or next time. Bye. Bye-bye.